Our next guest is Kagan Williams, the founder of Peg Paste, a natural oral care range, which has become a staple in my morning routine, and you certainly won't miss their bottle on my vanity. Kagan, thank you so much for joining me for Earth Day.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I guess Peg Paste was introduced to me probably about 12 months ago, but for anyone new, can you share more about the brand and how Peg Paste differs to other toothpaste on the market?
Yeah, sure. So Peg Paste is an Australian oral care brand, and we craft premium natural toothpaste products designed to optimize health and overall well-being in a holistic way. So, and we do that while we also are combating the waste crisis we face as a globe through our sustainable packaging design.
Mm. I love that your formulation is more holistic than others that I've used in the past, and it also contains prebiotics. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Prebiotics,
Yeah.
chicory. Yeah.
Yes. Can you talk more about that and I guess your more holistic approach and how that supports like gut health and things like that?
Yep. So oral health is linked to so many vital components of health, which is why it's so important to maintain it well. But yeah, let's focus on gut health for a minute. So the mouth is basically the gateway to the rest of our bodies. So it isn't just for eating food. It's also the second largest environment of bacteria after the gut. So it harbors over like 700 species of bacteria, both good and bad.
Oh gosh.
So yeah, it's really important that we keep that environment really, really healthy. If we don't take care of our oral health, this microbial ecosystem and with all this bacteria in it, if that gets out of control, it can cause all sorts of health issues, like everything from bad breath to cancer to pregnancy complications. Like it is super serious that we keep it healthy and maintain that. So we've added inulin-rich prebiotic chicory root to our toothpaste formulation, which works to basically fertilize and nourish all of the good bacteria in our mouths, also known as probiotics. So some people get confused between probiotics and prebiotics, but it nourishes all that good bacteria, probiotics within the mouth, so they can thrive to support the gut, digestive, and immune health as well.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And it's such a unique take on something which we all use every single day, probably don't really give much of a second thought about, but yeah, the link between that and your gut health or overall health. You know, I guess it stands like if we're worried about what we're putting on our skin, then it just is also as important. Like, what are we putting in our mouths and, using in our mouths in terms of,
Totally.
taste
And so frequently as well.
Exactly. That's it.
Yeah.
I want to talk more about your signature toothpaste bottle because not only is it aesthetically pleasing, but it always dispenses the perfect amount of toothpaste. My husband and I have already gone through like 4 bottles because it's just so easy to use. It really does dispense just the perfect amount. And I just wondered if you could talk more about the design because it is, I guess, a lot different to a traditional toothpaste tube, and why you chose this over that.
Yeah, well, I mean, two main reasons. Two reasons behind the pump, which is practicality and sustainability. They're probably the two main reasons. So I mean, no matter what brand or trendy design, screw lid, attached lid, whatever, traditional toothpaste tubes, I found anyway, are so messy and frustrating to use, especially when like it's nearing the end of the tube and it's all crusted over and there's hardly anything left and you're literally having to fight with it and like squeeze with all of your strength to get the final bit out. It used to annoy me so much, and so many other people I've spoken to, it annoyed them as well. So that was the first thing when designing the packaging. I wanted to address that practicality issue about something that we're using every single day in our lives and just wanted to simplify something that should be just simple. And then the second reason was to address a waste issue
Mm,
and create something that was a lot more sustainable than traditional toothpaste tubes.
mm,
So it's sustainable in a few ways. It's not just about the packaging, the physical material itself, but how long is it lasting, and all sorts of stuff like this. So not only does our product last a lot longer, given the airless design,
mm,
meaning that as you're pumping it and the bottom's lifting up, there's literally zero product wastage.
mm,
It's also double the size of standard toothpaste tubes, and fully recyclable. So this all means that you're having to purchase toothpaste less frequently because, you've got this large size, it's lasting you a lot longer.
mm.
That also means that there's less packaging waste out there in the environment. For every 2 traditional tubes of toothpaste, you're using 1 recyclable pump.
Mm.
And then once you've run out of peg paste, that packaging can be recycled with regular household recycling and made into new plastic products.
Yeah, which is so important. And I can't remember the exact figure. How long does it normally take for a traditional tube to break down in landfill?
500 years.
Oh God,
Yeah.
makes me sick even hearing that. That's just,
Yeah. It's just, they're digging holes and throwing
oh
waste
my
into it, and
God,
it just rots over hundreds and hundreds of years. Yeah.
that is insane. Well, at least it makes me feel better knowing that I'm not contributing to the waste. And like you said, it's fully recyclable in just the normal curbside recycle pickup,
Yeah.
which is perfect.
Yeah. And you have to make it easy. Like,
Yeah.
it's the way, right? People are busy, some products are marketed to be recyclable, but there's all these, extra steps that people have to
Mm,
do, which, you'd hope that people would do
yeah.
for the right reasons, but people don't. It's just the way. So it had to be easy to just be able to turf out with your milk carton or whatever. Yeah.
I love that. It's really thoughtful because there's nothing worse than getting that product and on the back it'll break down the recycling steps. It's like the lid can only go into the bin. The
Yeah.
bottom could go into recycle. The box can go into this. And it's like already I'm confused. Like why are there so
Yeah.
many moving parts to this one small
Yeah.
thing? So thank you for making it so easy for everyone. I guess with toothpaste being that household staple, why do you think other brands haven't adopted a more like sustainable packaging method?
Could be many things. I mean, if I'm gonna take a stab, I don't want to speak on anyone's behalf, but
No,
I
yeah,
mean, it could be greed,
yeah,
cost,
yeah.
impatience, carelessness, combination of all. Like, it takes a lot more time and money to operate in ethical and sustainable ways.
Mm,
Like, we see corners cut in every single industry, and someone has to pay for it. So most of the time, brands would rather see consumers or maybe even their employees paying the price than wear it themselves,
mm,
um, for, more sustainable packaging or operations or procedures, whatever.
mm.
So each to their own,
Yeah,
but we don't operate in this way. I have my consumer hat on with every business decision that I make. Like, I think it's just so important placing yourself as the consumer.
mm,
Um, and yeah, like I didn't create this to make money, and build up something to then sell it in a couple of years.
mm.
I really wanted to make something not only for me and my family to use, but for other people to commit to as a life essential,
Yeah.
forever. So,
And
yeah.
I think that really comes across really clearly in everything that you've done as well. Like you can tell this is from the heart. You can tell you've put so much soul into the product. It would be easy to just go and create another toothpaste tube and, label it as a holistic formula and go down the road so many others have, but you haven't. You've done it so differently and in such a way that I really love it being on my vanity.
Yeah,
It looks so
good.
good. It looks so sleek amongst, my other things. Whereas, the other packaging can look a little, tacky and whatnot. But yeah, this holds a really special space in our routines. And I think it's one of those things that's you can tell when a founder has put, so much effort and care into something. and that really does shine through in what you've done with
Oh, thank
toothpaste.
you.
No,
Thanks so much. I really, really appreciate it. Yeah, a lot of work, love has gone in, and I'm always, considering that anytime I'm, away from my kids or, my husband, I'm not being active mom that I love to be.
yeah.
I'm working on this. So I try to make it all count. Yeah.
No, you can really tell. And you guys launched almost a year to the day. Was it last April?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Happy birthday to us. Honestly.
Yes.
Happy birthday to us. I better organize a little party for the team.
And I saw today you guys were doing a photo shoot for some new flavors that you're going to launch. Can you talk more about those or anything else that you're going to release in the future?
Yeah, so you can expect more toothpaste products to be dropping within the next month or so.
Awesome.
Hoping. We have to be patient. The world of manufacturing can be tedious. But yeah, there's a more intense version of our current mint toothpaste. So yeah, our customers have been screaming for that. So many people love using the natural mint, but sometimes people just want that bit of extra intensity. So there's that's coming out quite soon. And then another epic formula that's infused with Mother Nature's most potent bacteria fighting compound. So that's going to be a real winner. I'm so excited about that. And some other exciting oral care products that the dental health industry has honestly been screaming for. Like we work with a lot of dental professionals to seek their feedback. What are their patients saying? What does what issues do they keep seeing, particularly with young kids, that are coming into their clinics? And how can we as an oral healthcare brand help to curb this or prevent, these issues in some way? So we're working closely with some industry professionals to formulate some great products. Yeah.
That's so exciting. Well, I can't wait to see what you come up with, and I'm sure it'll be amazing. If I can put in any requests, I would love a great mouthwash.
Oh, yeah. Watch this space.
They seem to be hard to come across. I've only tried a couple, and either they're not vegan or they're not cruelty free. And I'm like, okay, no, I'll wait.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. Now our formulator Ayla of Flux Lab, she's so innovative in her approach. She's fantastic. So yeah, we've got some really, really great ideas on the cards for hopefully in the near future.
Fingers crossed. Thank you so, so much for joining us for Earth Day, and yeah, for creating such an incredible product. Yeah, I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. And thanks for highlighting some great founders to shed light on this and celebrate Earth Day, make people, wake up and really care about the planet that we're all living in.
Well, we only get one, don't we? So we got to make the most of it, and we've got to take care of it. And, founders such as yourself and the others that I've spoken to, you're all doing such incredible work in the space, and it needs to be highlighted. And yeah, hope people become more aware and make those switches too.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.